Good day everyone, Israel is my name. Welcome back to this video. Today we are moving on to another tool. So let's quickly go on to our work. So don't mind this. Let's get them deleted and have our pay. Okay, so now very quickly we are considering this tool this morning. Let me shift this one a bit so that it doesn't disrupt our work. Okay, I'm trying to move this away for us to have our screen. Okay, let me take it here. All right, so we have letter A here, the one we are dealing with this morning. That's what we're dealing with this morning. And click on the letter A. As I told you the other time on the former video, everything that has to do with text is what we're considering now. So now, once I click on letter A, let me move this onto the video. Once I click on letter A, it pops up some things. There are many tools underneath. Now, if you click on letter A without highlighting what you have on the screen, the actual screen of this work now is this. The actual screen is where we have this screen. When I mean the actual screen, I'm talking about. Don't mind my. Okay, I'm talking about that. That's the actual screen, of which the work we are doing now is square. I'm coming to here to teach you how to size your screen to fit the work you're doing. So before then, let's move on. So right now I will click on the new text on the screen for us to have this one highlighted. So these are the tools. I'll explain it briefly because of our time. Stay tuned. So now the first one we have is edit. When you click on edit, it permits you to type. You type what you want to write. Now I'm writing Israel. Israel. So once I wrote Israel, I click OK. So when I click OK, I can drag it out to have it bold. So the next thing here is delete, which is I don't need it. I don't want to delete. Then the next thing here, copy. Once I click on copy, it duplicates all I have here. But so let's leave that that way. And the second one is to the front. To the front means that once these things are on each other like this, one is beneath, one is below. Assuming that the one up, you want it to go down, you click on to the sorry, the one up, the one down, you want it up, you click on to front. It's come up, it comes up immediately. The one front, you want it to the back, you click on it, it sends it back. If you are familiar with CorelDRAW, something of such is on CorelDRAW. So then position. Position is talking about how to adjust, whether to the front, to the back, or to to the right, to the left, to the up, or to the down. So now, take for instance, I'm clicking on this, it's coming towards this side. You can increase how fast you want it to move. So times 20 now. So times 20 will move very fast, you can see. But if you want it very slow, you reduce it to 1, you can see it's still moving but very slow. So that's all about that. You can adjust it up and down. And then don't forget, this is portrait form. This is landscape form. Your home will be on portrait. So for the sake of video, I have to make it landscape for you to understand better. So we close. Now we move on to the next two. The next two here is to the back. Oh, sorry. After position, we have relative position. What's relative position? Relative position is to extremes. You have 4 extremes here where you can send your work to. The 4 extreme: right, left, up, and down. Extreme. Then we have the one we can use to centralize it. You can centralize. Then the two are to centralize it either to the right or to that or to very middle. So that's about the relative position. We have size. Size has to do with the increase, to increase the size of what you want here. If you don't want to use, you don't want to drag in or drag out. So that's all about that. And then for the padding, padding is used to increase this dialog box because there are some fonts that when you click on them, some of these later want to extend beyond this box, and once it extends beyond the box, it will cut it away. So padding, you can padding it, that left padding or right padding. Then color, you can click on color to choose any color you prefer, and then for the color, we have two things here. We have gradients here. You can choose gradients, means that you want it in many colors, and then you can actually control the color. When you click on this positive sign there, you will see how to. Sorry for that. You will see how you can. Sorry, I'm trying to drag that away. Okay, you see how you can actually add color, replace color. You can replace your color here, here, here. You can replace your color when you click on that too. You can easily replace your color from there, and that is that about color. Texture means that you want to add something, probably a picture or something, texture, anything from here you want it to be reflecting on your work. Let me just choose this and see. Okay, so let's see how it works. I want us to see how texture works, so you can see how I actually brought that one up. So that is that about texture. And you can delete it if you don't want it again. You can delete it. You can delete the texture by clicking on this. By clicking on this, you get your texture deleted. So that's all about that. you just mark it and you have it there. So now we move on to the next thing. So the next thing here is opacity. Opacity has to do with how clear you want your caption to be, your letters to be, how clear you want them to be. And then the next thing, rotation. That has to do with angle rotation. You can see when we move further, you see that we have another tool which is 3D rotation. So this one is angle rotation. That is the degree rotation, 90 degree, 100, 180 degree, and the likes. So for the mask is used to cut, or let me say to form a shape. To form a shape. Now you can see what is showing on the screen. If I want to cut something away from here, maybe to form a design or something, if I click mark now, you can see that that's removed a part of that, but I don't want it, so I disable it and I mark it. So fonts, you choose your fonts here, any font you want to choose. Then you can actually download fonts and add it up here. I'll teach you that on another video, how to add up fonts beyond the one you have there. So very quickly, I move on to style. You have B here represents you want it to bold, I you want to utilize it, or you want to underline it. At the same time, T that was crossed means that you can cancel everything you have done if you don't want it again, based on this particular tool. So move on to curve. Curve will help you to curve your work, especially probably when you are doing logo. Then for the background, you can introduce background to such a caption that you are working on. You can introduce fonts, background to it alone. So then alignment has to do with the way you use your alignment on Microsoft Word. The same thing goes for spacing and line spacing. And for the stroke allows you to put an external line on, and you can increase it or reduce it. You can increase it and you can reduce it, depends on what you want. So then you can even give it two colors, gradient as well. So that's that about spacing. Stroke. Then we have outer shadow. You can give it shadow. So exploit yourself, you get many things there. Then this one is inner shadow. So you can exploit as well. You see how it works to beautify your work. Then emboss as well is another form of design that will make your your caption to look like plastic. So perspective is used to extend your work or to reduce it. So let me enable it and see. You could see how it works when Israel was extended in the mouth. So I disabled it because I don't want it for now. And then we have 3D rotation. That was what I was mentioning, the angle rotation. And then for the 3D, you can actually make your work to look like 3D. And in this sense, you can as well use different kind of a thing. Yeah, you can choose color as well. Color. You can choose color for your this thing, and then on and on. Then we have 3D shadow. 3D shadow will appear underneath. So opacity, you can increase the opacity, you can reduce it. Blur, you can reduce and increase the opacity, the blur as well. And then reflection here. This reflection means that you want what you wrote up there to reflect back. So that is all about letter A. So don't forget to subscribe to this channel, because that is what will give you the opportunity to be receiving updates when I put the video there. So stay tuned. Thank you for your time.